If you suck as a man, you just suck. Don't suck is all I'm saying. And this is how you do it. If I'm telling you, if a woman is sitting here minding her business in what you call a resting bitch face, just because you scary, don't mean that I'm mean. So all I'm saying is there are some women that are not these women that you have experienced, but you like to live in discomfort and confusion that you don't want to understand a woman's perspective. So I'm gonna let y'all men do what y'all do. I'm gonna talk to the men that listen to me, but I'm gonna let y'all men do what y'all do and not take accountability, because I can guarantee you I'll never open my legs to none of these men that say some of the things that y'all say.
Women made socioeconomically, horizontally, and up. Women, generally speaking, and this isn't true for everybody, but generally speaking, women who graduated from college don't want to date men who didn't graduate from college. Not always, but generally speaking. It's the high heels effect. And again, this is an uncomfortable conversation. 50% of women say they would never date a man shorter than them. I think that's bullshit. I think it's more like 80%. I think women instinctively want a dude they feel that could physically protect them. And the problem is, or the issue is, and it's both a wonderful thing, but something that's created knock-on effects in mating, is that women metaphorically are getting taller every year, and men appear to be getting shorter. I'm saying metaphorically. And the divorce rates have skyrocketed, and 70% of divorce filings are from women. And it's because, and it's actually for some good reasons, women no longer feel like they're economically indentured servants. They have their own game, and their ascent economically has not been matched by men's ascent emotionally and logistically. So women wake up and say, okay, I'm making more money than you. You're not pulling your weight at home, and you're kind of not there for me. You're not really noticing me. And so a lot of women are doing the math and exiting the relationship. What I would say is, what you're feeling, quite frankly, I think is what a lot of women are feeling. And a lot of women say there are no good men to date, or there are no men to date. No, there just aren't that many men they'd want to date. And so where I try to go to solutions is, how do we lift up young people such that they're all, or more of them, are economically viable, which I think will, on the margin, lift up or disproportionately impact young men. But just the fact that you said you're self-conscious or aware enough to pour that energy into really productive things means you're going to be fine. I don't think romantic love is the be-all, end-all for everybody. It's really rewarding, but I think you can find what I'll call that sort of purpose, relational love in a lot of different areas. And the fact that you're even thinking about how you channel that energy into stuff that's more productive, you're the role model for young men right now. Not everyone's going to find romantic love right away, or it's going to happen, or it's going to take longer. But how do you transfer it into more productive means that make you a better person, a better citizen, a better sister, better daughter? So anyways, this is a long-winded way of saying, right on. You're being a productive human. You're going to be happy regardless if you find that or not. And I just wish more men would take your lead and say, all right, maybe things aren't working out for me romantically. I'm going to continue to work on myself. And I'm going to pour that energy into other relationships.
He's a marketing professor, bro. Just remember that.
Bro,
he had first started saying that most men don't have a purpose without a drive. I mean, most men don't have a purpose or a drive without a family. Mm-hmm. And he was basically that, like, that relational connection is so essential. Like, he can't just say that like 30 minutes ahead and then 30. Like, what if the men didn't hear the totality of what he just said? Because it was kind of contradictory, because now he's saying, oh, well, it's not all tied to romantic love, which we know, but you were kind of pushing that to begin with, that that's sort of what men needed to hone in on, a romantic relationship to find a purpose for the family. I'm a little weary of what he was.
You see where I was like, what is this man's argument? I had to listen. I listened to so many clips of that I had to go back and listen to the whole thing. That man is mad at his father. You got to see what he said about his father. That's why I was like, oh, that's why he's doing it. His father was a Scottish immigrant that came here, smashed a lot of women, had a lot of kids, and treated his mama badly. He not yet talking to us. He talking to his daddy.
So, Trigger Mike, to your point, I think he really did leave a lot of things out, and there's things he wouldn't say. But based on the shows you said he was on, we see This Is Oprah and you see This Is View. These are woman dominated spaces. And I think that if he would have approached the situation more how we would do it, he'd never be allowed no spaces. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I don't agree with everything he said, but I do appreciate the idea that it brought these types of things to women's attention because we, for the most part, men are not even on their radar, right? They're not typically concerned about or even just know, right? Men's mental health state or anything like that. So it's one of them situations, man. I hate that it has to go like that, but at least it brings some sort of awareness to the women. So it's our job in these spaces to give it out how it's supposed to be given. You know what I'm saying? But when you're in those type of platforms, just to be able to have access to them, I guess they expect a certain amount of etiquette or whatever you want to call it, just to be allowed on there.
I think it's pandering is what you're looking for, Trev. Like he is pandering to the women audience, right? It's a predominant women audience, especially Oprah's audience. But I do also feel that he's trying to encompass the full picture here, right? Like if the main focus should be relationship, family, like you're going to get most of your motivation from having that. But the reality is most men don't have that. So if you don't have that, then your focus should be shifted to something else that can give you that fulfilling feeling, that can give you that feeling of being motivated, like going to the gym, starting a business, focusing on your discipline and whatever aspect that looks like. So, I mean, I understood what he was saying, but you can definitely tell that he's pandering more towards women. But like Treya stated, it's not all necessarily bad, right? Because these type of conversations from a woman's perspective wouldn't be spoken about like this. We wouldn't even think about, the man's perception or what he feels, regardless if it's trauma-based or not, about these type of situations or what men are going through or what they can do to make things better. So I don't think it's all bad, but, it is an underlying motivation here.
I think that men are having a hard time admitting things. And it's just disheartening because y'all always want women to take accountability and hold women accountable. But if a man is sitting here telling you something and you just reject what he's saying just because you don't like it or I don't know, or you don't agree with one thing, everything that he's saying is not wrong. There are a lot of useful things in what he's saying for men. He's literally sitting here talking to men. The audience was made up of mostly men when he was talking. He's talking to men. He's saying things that mean something. So, like, I think men are having a hard time being accountable because I sit here and tell y'all stuff every day, but unfortunately, y'all think I'm a feminist, so you reject everything that I say, thinking that I just hate men. And it's unfortunate because I just be trying to lend you a female perspective, but it's always rejected. I'm always the one here understanding men, but men are not understanding me. And I thought that maybe when I heard him speak, I was like, oh, a man is saying it. Because I know men respect dick more than they respect vagina. So I'm like, cool. A man is saying it. So maybe they might listen. Nope, y'all still don't want to listen. Because you think that somehow he's favoring women or he hates his dad. Like, that's crazy. Y'all not taking accountability for anything. It makes me not want to talk. This is something that I have been dealing with since I've been on this panel, that I don't want to talk to y'all because you don't listen. You're not listening to a woman's perspective because you don't like it. If you suck as a man, you just suck. Don't suck. is all I'm saying. And this is how you do it. If I'm telling you, if a woman is sitting here minding her business in what you call a resting bitch face, just because you scary, don't mean that I'm mean. So all I'm saying is there are some women that are not these women that you have experienced, but you like to live in discomfort and confusion that you don't want to understand a woman's perspective. So I'm gonna let y'all men do what y'all do. I'm gonna talk to the men that listen to me, but I'm gonna let y'all men do what y'all do and not take accountability, because I can guarantee you I'll never open my legs to none of these men that say some of the things that y'all say.
Bo, real quick, who did you grab that sentiment from? Because you saying that we rejected everything the man said on who did you
No, I
grab
didn't
that
say
Trigger Mike.
what I'm saying is there was a lot of discrediting just because of certain things. It's like nothing, it's almost like nothing was useful.
I don't think so. I think there was a lot useful in
I know
what he
you
said.
do.